Three collars, 3 upon 3 multiplied, it becomes 9. 9 upon 9 multiplied, it becomes 81. So, there are 8,400,000 different forms of living entities. Due to this mixture of different qualities, nature is manufacturing different types of body according to the association of the living entity to the particular type of quality. Living entities are part and parcel of God. Suppose God is the big fire and living entities are just like sparks. The sparks, they are also fire. Sparks also, if one spark falls on your body, on your garment, it burns. But it is not as powerful as the big fire. Similarly, God is all-powerful, God is great. We are part and parcel of God. Therefore, our greatness is very, very small, infinitesimal. God is great, therefore He has created so many universes. We cannot account for even one universe. This one universe which we see, the sky, the dome, within that sky, outer space, there are millions and trillions of stars, planets, they are floating. Floating in the air, everyone knows. We can float one Sputnik in the sky and we take so much credit that we have become very, very great scientists. We don't care for God. This is foolishness. Foolish person will say like that. But one who is intelligent, he knows that God is floating millions and trillions of planets in the sky. And what we have done in that comparison. This is intelligence. So, we have become very much proud of our scientific knowledge, and therefore at the present moment we defy the existence of God. Sometimes we say that I have become God now. These are foolish statements. We are nothing in comparison to the intelligence. He is also intelligent. Because we are part and parcel of God, that we can study what is God if we simply study ourselves. Just like if you study a drop of sea water, if you analyze chemically, you'll find so many chemicals in that drop. So you can understand what is the composition of the sea. The same composition, but in greater quantity. That is the difference between God and ours. We are small gods, we can say, small gods, teeny, sample gods. Therefore we are so much proud. But we should not be proud because we should know that all our qualities are taken from God because we are part and parcel. So originally all these qualities are there in God. And therefore Vedanta Sutra says, what is God, what is absolute truth, athata brahma jignasa, when inquire about God, about the absolute truth, the answer is immediately given, janmadasya jataha. The absolute truth is that from whom everything comes, everything emanates. So everything is coming from God. He is the original source of all supplies. Now, what is our position? There are innumerable living entities. Nitya nityanam chetanas chetananam. That is Vedic information. God is also a living entity like us, but he is the chief living entity. And we are also living entities, just like one father. Father may have got 20 children, 20 sons. Formerly they used to have 100 sons. Now the fathers have no such power. But up to 5,000 years ago, King Dhritarashtra gave birth to 100 sons. Now we are saying that we are overpopulated. But that's not the fact. At the present moment, where there is the question of overpopulation. Now, how many of us giving birth hundreds of children? No, nobody. But formerly, a father could give birth to 100 children. So there is no question of overpopulation. And even there is overpopulation, we get information from the Vedas. Eka jo bahunam vidudhati kaman. That one chief living entity, God, he can maintain innumerable living entities. There is no question of overpopulation. This is a false theory. If God can create, he can maintain also. And actually this is the fact. I am traveling all over the world. There are so much vacant places upon the surface of the globe that the 10 times more than the present population can be easily maintained. But we do not know how to use it. In Africa, in Australia, in your America, there is enough land still lying. But because we have encroached upon the land of Krishna, the difficulty is there. China is overpopulated, India is overpopulated. But if we take to Krishna consciousness, these difficulties will be over within a second. Krishna consciousness means to take everything Krishna's. I am also Krishna's. That is Krishna consciousness. Actually that is fact. Everything Krishna means God. Everything belongs to God. I also belong to God. Ishavasam idam sarvam. Everything belongs to God. That's the fact. But we do not accept the fact. We take something illusory. Therefore it is called Maya. Just like the Americans, they are claiming this land is for the American group. Similarly, other nations, but the land actually belongs to God. The land, the sky, the water, and the products in the land, in the sky, in the water, everything belongs to God. And we are children of God. We have got the right to live at the expense of Father, just like we live. small children, they live at the cost of father. Similarly, we also live by the arrangement of God. Why should we claim that this is our property? This is the idea of spiritual communism. In Bhagavad, these things are stated, how to feel spiritual communism. In the spiritual communism, the present communist, they are thinking of the human being only.